From the very beginning in 1911, Indianapolis race cars have always been open wheel and open cockpit. And in the early years, the driver was protected by only a pair of goggles and a leather helmet. But as the speeds and danger grew, driver safety became a priority. And this year, IndyCar introduced the new cockpit aeroscreen as the newest layer of protection. The loss of popular drivers Dan Weldon and Justin Wilson in recent years was the impetus for improvements in cockpit safety here in IndyCar. And it did not take long this season for the new aeroscreen to prove its worth.
On the outside. Oh, huge crash in the back.
Just last month at Iowa, Colton Herta's car became airborne after hitting a slower car, landing on top of Rinus VeeKay before skidding to a stop. After the race, the marks on VeeKay's car showed just how well the aeroscreen worked, likely saving the Dutch rookie from serious injury or worse.
Of course, we've had some tragedy over the years that there's no question I think the aeroscreen would have perhaps prevented. And at least we've done it. It's the right thing to do. Make the car, nobody wants to see anybody get hurt badly. And, this is going to help.
There's a lot of risks that you understand and have some impact on, that we're willing to take. That's why we, come here. But, the exposure of your, head in the car, has just proven over the years to be kind of like an uncontrolled risk, something it just ends up becoming a huge problem every now and again, and it's not something, it's just complete chance.
But the aeroscreen is designed to minimize that chance. The upper frame can withstand the impact of 34,000 pounds or the weight of 6 pickup trucks. And ballistic testing on the screen showed it can withstand an IndyCar-like impact of 220 miles an hour.
It's good to hop in the car and knowing you got it in front of you and beside you. Like, it gives you a sense of, security, safety. And that's always good when you get in an IndyCar. If you don't feel good in an IndyCar, usually it's not going to end well. So you got to feel safe.
The aeroscreen has also brought new challenges, like keeping the driver cool with the lack of airflow, and it changes the overall weight and aerodynamics of the car. But the drivers say that is a small price to pay for the added safety and security.
Functionally, as far as driving with it, visual, it's pretty seamless. The cooling I don't think is as big of an issue here with the higher speeds. We get enough air now. But from a car setup standpoint, the additional weight, the aero effects, we're still zeroing in on what the car needs.
It's a little different on an oval like this, just the aero wash, the side effects of it. But as far as driving the car, there's no issues. It is warm, as we've all talked about, but there's no issues here. I think it's nice to have that peace of mind knowing that you are that much safer behind there.
In his first 2 attempts at the Indy 500, Fernando Alonso experienced the full range of emotion that the Brickyard can provide. In 2017, running with Andretti Autosport, Alonso was voted Rookie of the Year after leading 27 laps. But his 2019 return was a disaster, as the 2-time world champion failed to make the race, bumped by a team with a fraction of McLaren's budget. And after showing early speed this year, a crash in practice set him back, and he will start 26th on Sunday. But as Fernando told me in a pre-COVID interview, he is up for the challenge that Indy brings.
Let's see, it's a different moment now for us, being as McLaren Racing, not together with Andretti anymore. So we have a bigger challenge probably this time on the technical side. But it could be more reward, if we do it right. So, happy to be here.
The great Graham Hill is the only driver in history to accomplish racing's Triple Crown, winning the Indy 500, Monaco, and Le Mans. If Fernando Alonso can win the Indy 500, he would become only the second ever, and he told me he believes he's already done Hill one better.
That's the only motivation. Achieving the Triple Crown, and after winning Daytona 24 hours, it could be a little bit more than triple now. So, to be the first man in history of doing something is very appealing.
But this could be his last chance. Alonso will return to Formula One for the next 2 years, making his next possible shot at the 500 in 2023 at the age of 41. So helping him make the most of this chance is McLaren team principal Gilles de Ferran, who won the 500 in 2003.
With a guy like that, you're not going to teach him how to drive, that's for sure, because to your point, he's certainly one of the greatest ever. But, two heads always think a little better than one.
No matter how the race on Sunday goes, Fernando Alonso's place in history is secure, and he will continue to add new chapters at racetracks all around the world. But even a man who has raced everywhere says there's nowhere like Indy.
One is the fastest race in the world by the speeds and by how the race evolves. And I think it's something magic about this place, the adrenaline of oval racing, how unpredictable is the race until the last couple of laps. All those ingredients make the race very special. So Indy 500, from all the races that I did in my life, is still probably the favorite one.